I'm still genuinely in shock over Britney's testimony yesterday. Not only did she speak, but she made sure that people listened to her. What's crack, it's VangelinaSkov, and today we're going to be talking about Britney Spears because for those of you who don't know, I am a massive Britney fan and I've been following all the stuff about her conservatorship and her life for years. Maybe not the most vocal about it, and I could probably do a better job of it. I've only made one video about the situation, which I wish I'd made more, to be quite honest with you. But yesterday she gave a testimony and I was listening to every single word of it and I was so shocked by it. It was not what I was expecting at all. It was what I was hoping for, and I think we were all hoping for, but a lot of us didn't really expect it to turn out the way it did. So today I just kind of want to get my thoughts out about a lot of what she had to say, because she made a lot of really important points and gave us a lot of info that we had speculated about but not known for sure, and other pieces of information which we had no idea about and which were just completely horrifying. Before we get into that though, please subscribe to this channel and click that little bell button right beside the subscribe button so that you can get notifications when I upload. For those of you who are subscribed, I would also appreciate if you double check that you are subscribed, because YouTube likes to unsubscribe people from everybody's channel. It's really annoying and I don't know why they do it. And if you want to, you can also check out the limited edition Pride merch. There's not that much long left to get it. It's only going to be for this month. So check it out. Hope you like it. Links for that in the description. Right, let's talk about the video. I love talking about Britney. I think I annoy my friends with how obsessed I am with Britney. Like, I could genuinely talk about her for hours and consume her music for hours and watch documentaries and videos about her for hours. I'm just fascinated by her. I think she's a wonderful woman. She's just so powerful and ranting. But yeah, yesterday she had a testimony. I'm going to tell you bits of what she said. I won't relay every single thing that she said, but for context, if there are some of you watching this who don't understand what's going on, what a conservatorship is, why she was making a testimony, she's been in a conservatorship for 13 years, and for the majority of that time, up until recently, her dad was her conservator. So that means that her dad was in charge of her finances, her life, her decisions, everything. Being in a conservatorship means that you are deemed unfit to make your own decisions and are therefore appointed somebody to do that for you. This was originally supposed to be temporary, but it's still going on. And all of the people who are involved with the conservatorship are profiting from Britney, even though she doesn't want this. And clearly doesn't need it because she's been earning money all of that time. She's been working non-stop. If she's well enough to go on multiple tours and make albums and music videos and sell perfumes, how is she not able to make her own decisions? And as well as that, conservatorships are meant to be the very last resort after every other option has been expended. That's the word I'm going with. I don't know if that's the right word. Now, I'm not an expert in this stuff, but it really seems like there's a lot of other options that they could choose to help Britney with her own mental health issues rather than just not allowing her to have a life or make any decisions in her own life. Now, people have been rallying for Free Britney for a long time, but throughout that time, Britney herself has never made any statements. The most we ever got was a statement from somebody else saying Britney appreciates the informed support of her fans, which at that point we all knew, yes, we're all right. She really hates this. She wants out. And that was until yesterday. So yesterday was a status hearing. It wasn't any kind of petition to the court or anything like that. This was something that Britney requested, and she asked for it to be expedited, meaning to be quicker, so she could say her piece. And her piece was nearly 30 minutes long. I really wanted her myself to be able to say everything that she wanted to say, to talk freely, but seeing the way things have been for so long for her, I genuinely was not completely sure, but I thought there was a good chance that everything she said was going to be heavily edited and scripted and she wouldn't be able to talk freely. But I was corrected as soon as her dad's lawyer, I believe it was her dad's lawyer, was saying, oh, I'd just like to request if she says anything about medical stuff or about her kids that it be closed, because this court hearing was open. It was available for people to listen to. And while this lawyer was saying all the crap, Britney jumps in with, well, you've been exploiting my life for the longest time, I want to speak, and all this. And the judge, wonderful judge, said that nobody is to interrupt Britney while she is speaking. So can we just take a moment for the judge Thank you. She had so much to say about this, and I'm just so proud of her, genuinely proud of her for being able to say everything that she wanted to say. She talked about how traumatizing this has all been for her, how she's not been able to make any decisions in her life. She told a story about her wanting to say no to a dance move, which she was teaching the choreography to the dancers, and she didn't like one of the moves, and because of that they were saying that she was not cooperating. They tried to say she wasn't taking her medication, even though they wouldn't have known she wasn't taking it, and she takes it in front of somebody every day. And she was, in her own words, punished because of that. And there seemed to be a constant theme in what she was saying of that she was just being punished if she didn't go along with what they wanted her to do. Even one time, in something that we had heard about previously before this hearing, was that she was forced to work when she had a fever and she was sick. And again, if she didn't do it, she felt like she was going to be punished, and she would have been. And she tells a lot of stories. She tells stories about the doctors and the way she was treated during therapy. She calls the conservatorship itself abusive and says that she's traumatized. And she even compares the whole experience of having no control over her life and the way that she's been treated to trafficking. And she stated why. She has no ability to make her own decisions, no access to her own money, no passport, no phone, nothing. And weirdly, one of the first things she even brings up is that her boyfriend can't drive her in his car. That's ridiculous. She should be allowed to get in the car of her own boyfriend. Are they worried that she's gonna run off to... Where is she gonna go? She's Britney Spears. Everybody knows her. Everybody recognizes her. They'll find her in 2 seconds. And speaking of the boyfriend, one of the most horrible parts of all of this, and something none of us guessed about or could have guessed about, is the fact that she wants to get married and to have more kids. But she's not allowed. She's not allowed to get married, and she has an IUD which she doesn't want. She has contraception that she doesn't want, and she went to the doctor to go and get it removed, but they wouldn't do it because she couldn't get permission to do it. It's her own body, and she's not being allowed to make decisions about it because the people who are in charge of her don't want her to get pregnant and don't want her to have children, and won't let her get married to her longtime boyfriend, who's not even allowed to drive her anywhere. So what's going to happen after they get married? They have to go in separate escorted cars. This is very weird. When she said about that bit about the contraception though, I was truly shocked. I think everybody was shocked at that. It's horrifying that they can go that far. I mean, she said that they put her on lithium at one point instead of her regular meds, which she'd been on for years, and she felt drunk and horrible, and she said that that was a punishment for saying no. So there's a lot of medical interventions which she's not consenting to, and she has no ability to consent to them or to decline them. But she said her piece, she said it so powerfully. She said what she doesn't want anymore. She said, I don't want this. I want to petition the court to end this. I don't want this anymore. I'm done. And I'm so proud of her for that. It was just amazing. And now, more importantly, she's told us what she wants, which means that we have more of an opportunity to help her fight for that and to keep speaking about it. She wants the conservatorship to end, not just for it to not be her dad. She doesn't want to be under a conservatorship. She even said that the people who have done this to her should be jailed, which I agree, but I am not a lawyer, so my agreement probably means nothing. She doesn't want to go to these public spaces for therapy where paparazzi are going to take pictures of her crying when she comes out the door. She wants a therapist to come to her home, which they won't allow to happen. I think really importantly, something that we need to remember though is that this testimony, while being important and probably one of the most important things that have happened so far with this, with getting her out of the conservatorship, it's going to be a long process. There still needs to be a petition made. Her lawyer, I'm just going to say it, he seems pretty useless. Because Britney said, I'm sorry, I didn't realize for a long time that I could petition the court to end the conservatorship. I didn't know that was something I could do. Your lawyer should tell you your rights. She should have known this. She should have been told that. She's not allowed to retain her own counsel. If you didn't know that, she's not allowed to pick her own lawyer. The court picks one for her. So that's really unfair. That's another thing that she wants. She wants to be able to pick her own lawyer. And I think even just allowing her that would be so beneficial. At least at that stage, she'd probably know her own rights. But it is going to be a lengthy process. A petition does need to be made. More dates have to be set for that. They're probably going to make court hearings about other stuff. They talked about making a hearing for the care plan, talking about all of that, find dates that suit everybody. Probably the conservators and the people involved with that are going to do their absolute best to prolong this for as long as possible. So it is going to be lengthy, but we all need to keep speaking about it. We all need to keep talking about it. We all need to keep fighting for her. And remember now that she has finally had the opportunity to tell us what she wants and to tell us what she does not want. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. I just wanted to get some of my thoughts out about it. Do let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. Were you listening to it? Have you heard clips of it? Because there are clips everywhere. I'm not gonna show you them though, because I don't know if that's illegal. So I don't want to get in trouble. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for me for now. So like I said at the start of the video, please subscribe and turn on all notifications. And you can also follow me on social media. Like, comment, share, and do all the things that I'm supposed to ask you to do at the end of the video. And don't forget to keep speaking about this, keep using the hashtag #FreeBritney. And hopefully sooner rather than later, this grown woman will be allowed to have her own life. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.